Hi students, I am Milko Álvaro, teacher about Centro Cultural Federico Chueca. Exactly, for our conversation, similar than other days that we are working, that is important, for example, to be flexible and to be able to speak a bit fluently. Well, a subject that is important today, I suppose, in our society, according with the times that we are living, difficult times, better hard times, only to stay at home and to be safe, better than to stay at the street. For this occasion, for example, a subject that I suppose it's important about our life. It's to study better in our country or to study outside. Exactly what is the best facing to the future. For this occasion, I think our country is perfectly ready to offer normally a quality for the different careers. Imagine, for example, that not, for example, in our ranking, normally in the different top ranking for the most universities over world, the image about the Spain is not so good. Exactly. We are not normally on the top. Imagine yourself that for this position you have universities very famous like Oxford, Cambridge, Stanford, Utah, exactly about this situation. No? More for its fame, more for its history, probably not according with the new times. I suppose it's different. For example, if you analyze the tradition and when you look at normally the new occupation according with, imagine, for example, about the new technology, totally different. Imagine, for example, that I have in my mind in this occasion a designer. Designer nowadays is possible that you need a knowledge about, we can say, for example, new knowledge, not necessary to go to Oxford. Exactly, no? I suppose the studies in this famed university is according more with language. But the new science, you can work more in the young universities, more with the times, more adaptable, more suitable with the society nowadays. I suppose that is the situation. Well, normally it's not so important to do a career all the time outside. By contrast, for example, for this, I give you a reason exactly. Imagine, for example, that you do all the career in Spain, but you have a brief experience outside, for example, like a Erasmus scholarship. In this occasion, that is important. If you make a course included in your CV outside, that is important. Not necessary to do all your career outside. First table, it's not accessible for all Pokemon. Exactly. It's not the same to study in Spain economically than you study, for example, in England, in Germany, or for example, in France. No possible. That is only, for example, for a minority about an special social class. Then, if you have good marks, imagine, for example, if you study in Salamanca. Salamanca has a good fame for language studies and more, for example, for medicine. A date that is important to say that they are a small group for foreigners that came to study in Salamanca too. Exactly, no? Or for example, nowadays, imagine, for example, that a person want to study in Madrid. At this moment, more according with the times that we are living, choose at the end Autónoma University. The fame of Universidad Autónoma in scientist studies is very, very important. Probably, if you choose in Madrid Complutense University, is more with language studies. Evidently, a title, or better, a degree in the most important cities like Madrid, Barcelona, Bilbao, Sevilla is not the same, sorry people about Cáceres, that you take out the degree in Cáceres. At the moment, to have a good opportunity to start the work or to begin the work is better, or there are the marks are more important, for example, to analyze if these marks are from other universities that don't have so famous, or it's not so famous, evidently. But the majority of the students that go outside is more according with the language to learn better English, not so in the same career. The majority, for example, that they are, but nowadays the most of the students prefer, for example, to study a course or with a short experience outside, only, for example, to improve the English language, for example, more to face to an interview. But people that have, for example, or people are able to study in Oxford or Cambridge, well, probably they have more opportunity to locate in a good position in the society, but that is not the most. I think the standard way of studying is to study in a good university. Normally the students prefer to study, if it's possible, in Madrid, Barcelona, Valencia, and so on, not, for example, in a small town that the degree is not considered so important if you have, for example, the title from or the degree from Madrid. And when it's possible, when it's well, I can, for example, recommend to study outside, for example, a 1 year, only, for example, to improve your English. In the majority of situation, most of the firms or most of the corporation ask you for the English exactly because the most of the clients or customer that they must trade are outside, are in the foreign countries about that. Well, indefinitely, it's not so necessary to study outside, only, for example, to acquire or to gain experience, but it's perfectly useful to study in Spain in a good, famous university. Thanks, and you can see that in Educo channel.